All right, so we are going to be working on systems of inequalities. So systems of inequalities means that you're going to be solving two of these things. Sometimes they'll do three, but we're not going to do three. But you're going to be doing two of these things at once in one picture, okay? Again, you have 6 problems for homework plus a couple little ones that you have to answer. And we'll talk about those at the end. But there's 6 graphing ones. So we'll see if we can do like 2 or maybe 3 of them. And then we'll go towards the last set. Now, let's try doing like question number 2. Okay, question number 2. Now let me write that out here. And I'm not going to do it like, all over the place. It's already solved for y. So let me show you what I would do in this situation. So I would make a chart. Okay. So here's my chart. Okay. And I'm just going to make some tick marks here. All right, so I'll label 2 axes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And remember, my 2 equations are y less than 4/3 x plus 3. Okay, and then negative 1/3 x minus 2. Now I chose this for a specific reason. Okay, because of the top inequality. You'll notice the top inequality when we do this, it's not going to fit, okay? And that's the point I'm trying to make. Because a lot of times some students, they never are told, what do you do if it's going to go above that? Should I just draw more? I mean, you could, but there's another way to do it. So, all right, let's graph this one first. Y less than 4/3 x plus 3. Okay? And I'm going to put this in yellow so that when I graph it, you know that when I shade in, it's going to be in yellow, okay? So, here we go. This is in y equals mx plus b form. So, I get to start at 3. 3 is where I begin, right? So, I'm going to put a dot at 3. So, here it is, a nice big dot at 3. Now, my slope is 4/3, right? That means I'm supposed to go up 4 times and then 3 times over. But according to my picture, will going up 4 times actually fit? No, right? I don't have enough. Now, you could either A, draw more, or B, do what I'm about to do. Normally, what I would do is go up 4 and to the right 3, correct? Up 4 to the right 3. Since it doesn't fit in my picture, I am going to do the opposite. I'm going to go down 4 and to the left 3. Down 4 and to the left 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 right here will be my next dot. Now, if you want to make sure you did it right, from this dot over here, count. Right? The dot on the bottom left, you're going to count. 4 up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 over. And notice I land on the red dot again, right? So you can do it from this dot. You go up and over just to make sure that it's 4/3. And if it is, then you know you did it right. All you have to do now is draw your line. Now, is this line supposed to be dashed or solid? Notice it says less than. You guys remember? Dashed, right? If it's less than, it's just dashed. So here we go. A dashed line. And should I shade above or below? It says less than. Does that sound like up or down when I say less? Down, right? So here we go. So I'm just going to color this in like this, okay? Give me a second while I do that. I'm always coloring everything. Sometimes my daughter's like, why do I have to color everything, right? Why not just this little piece? I'm like, no, you got to color it all in because the picture you drew, you're basically saying the whole graph that's there is part of the solution. So there you go. I have my first graph. Now you guys did this in section 2.4 a long time ago, right? A whole chapter ago. Now we're going to do it again. We're just going to do it with this, a different equation now. So here we go. Y less than negative 1/3 x minus 2. Now again, it's taking me a while to do this, but remember, you don't talk to yourself, well, at least I don't think you talk to yourself the way I am talking to you right now. So I'm going to do this one with a blue, okay? And the reason is because when I mix a blue and a yellow, what color is going to show up? A green, right? Look. So then I'll know what my solutions are because they'll turn green naturally, okay? So, okay, here we go. Let's graph y less than negative 1/3 x minus 2. So where do I start with this graph? Where do I begin? Negative 2, thank you. So negative 2 is right here. And then what do I do? Go up or down? My slope is a negative 1/3. Should I go up or down? Down once over 3, right? Thank you. Down once over 3. That's right here. Is this a dashed or a solid line? Dashed. So, all right, we're going to make dashed lines here as straight as you can. I mean, you're not going to be marked off if your line's a little crooked. And it says y is less than. So should I shade above or below? Below, right? So, all right, I got my blue highlighter ready. Look, it's right here. I'm going to start coloring this side right here. But notice once I start coloring in where the yellow part is, it's automatically going to start changing color. Okay? That means that the solution to this problem is everywhere where that green is. Notice I don't have to list anything. This is done. This is done. Okay? I finished the problem. I don't need to write like, oh, my solution is. No, the picture is your answer. Okay? So this is your solution right here. It's this picture right there. Okay? Does that make sense? So just draw a picture. If I look at my options A, B, C, D, which one looks like it would be the right one? D, right? Yeah, it's this one right here. Notice how they don't draw the yellow part or the blue part on their picture. Because they're just telling you, here's my answer. That's why, like I told you guys, I like drawing using highlighters, a yellow and a blue highlighter. Guys, this works with normal highlighters, okay? It's not just like, oh, Mr. V's using a digital thing, so it changes colors because it no. It works with color pencils too, okay? So if you have those things, use a yellow and a blue, or a light blue and a yellow, and it should kind of change to a nice little green, okay? So it makes it easier that way. If not, it's okay. Just figure out where they match up, okay? But I found out later on that it's kind of nice when you use highlighters because it makes it easy. The answer just literally pops up in front of your eyes. You don't even have to do anything. It literally just changes color. And there you go. Here's your answer. Okay? All right. Let's try another one. Let's try one that's a little bit tougher. Now, I know 3 and 4, but let's see. We had dashed. Is there... We'll try number 5. I think we'll be okay with number 5. Just a real quick comment for you guys here. You guys see this y less than 2? Remember, a y function, when it just has y, is horizontal. Okay? So you might want to write that down. Like a y function is a horizontal line. So that's going to be a horizontal line at 2. Okay? So if you look at your options for answers, you're looking for a horizontal line at 2. Which one of these has a horizontal line at 2? C, right? It's kind of easy. You don't even have to do the work for that one because it's the only one that makes sense. If you see one that says like x equals 5, those are vertical lines. Okay, x's. Okay, vertical lines. Y's horizontal lines. Okay, so just a heads up for something like that. Okay, you know what? We'll do number 4. We'll do number 4. That one looks a little tougher than number 5. Let's work on number 4. Now for number 4, it's not solved for y, so we're gonna have to actually do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve for y. I'm gonna write x plus 2y greater than or equal to 2. And then in blue, I'll do 5x plus 2y greater than negative 6. Okay? We're going to have to solve both of them for y, which I hope you guys are good at doing this by now. Like, I really hope so, because it's been a while, right? Hopefully this isn't the hard part for you. Let's subtract x. So we get 2y greater than or equal to negative x plus 2. And then we're going to divide by 2. So y is greater than or equal to negative half x plus 1. I'm going to highlight that one yellow just so that when you guys see the picture, you'll know like, oh, that's the red line with the yellow color on it. And then we'll do the other one blue like I did the last time. Okay? So let's solve the blue one for y. So I'm going to subtract 5x. I get 2y greater than negative 5x minus 6. And then I'm going to divide everything by 2. Y greater than negative 5 halves x minus 3. I'm going to highlight that one, like I said, blue, because that way when the colors mix together, I'll see a green pop up. I'm going to move this a little bit more to the right side here, so I can draw myself a grid. Let me zoom out just a bit. I try to give myself enough room here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's a 7 by 7. Again, for you guys, the nice thing is they already have everything drawn, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay? Do me a favor. Try drawing both graphs. I'm going to wait, okay? I'm going to pause the recording. All right, so let's graph the red one. So the red one, I'm supposed to begin at 1, positive 1. And my slope is a negative half, so that's down 1 over 2. And since it's a greater than or equal to, the line has to be solid. Okay? And it does say greater than or equal to, so greater means up, right? So I'm going to draw over here, and I'm going to color it in. All right, so there we go. There's the first one. Second one, I'm supposed to start at negative 3. I begin at the b value, so negative 3, that's down here. And then I have to go down 5 over 2. Now again, it doesn't fit, but this time I could actually kind of see where it's going to be. Down 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 2 is here. So I can actually put it right at the arrowhead because that actually counts as an extra one. So I do have it there. And since it says greater than, this is supposed to be dashed. All right, greater. That means above the line. So let me turn it to a blue highlighter here. Let me color this in. And again, as you can tell that as I color in the blue and the yellow at the same time, I'm getting that green to pop up, right? So it makes it easy for me to see my answer. I'm going to leave a little bit of yellow border because, I mean, it doesn't matter if I get all of it or if I miss some of it. It's fine. As long as you get the majority of it, you should be okay. So what do you guys think? Is this like pretty straightforward, not too hard, right? I mean, we've done this. Like I said, we've done it before. This isn't brand new. The only thing that's brand new is we're saying, hey, can you do it 2 problems in one graph? Like that's basically it, right? We're just asking you to do 2 problems in 1 graph. Okay? So let me go to one of the very last problems. Okay, so you can see what they ask you for those. So let's go all the way down here. All right, so the directions say, is the given ordered pair a solution to a system of inequalities? Now, we talked about that, right? We said, look at the picture. If the point is in the picture, then you know it's a solution. But look what they tell us. They say, do not graph this. So do you guys remember, how do you check if a point works for an equation without a graph? What do you do? Say again? Just plug it in. Yeah, just plug it in. So since we have 2 different equations, that means you have to plug it in twice. So let's try number 7. Okay? So 4, 1 is my point. Okay? I'm going to plug it into both of them. Okay? So y, remember I get y greater than negative 3x minus 1. So let me plug in y and x. So negative 1 is greater than negative 3 times 4 minus 1. I just plugged in my x and y. So negative 1 is greater than negative 12 minus 1. Negative 1 is greater than negative 13. Is that true? That negative 1 is bigger than negative 13? Yeah. So far, so good. Remember, it has to work for both. So far, I'm going to put a little check mark right here, okay? That one worked. But then I got the y less than 2. Now, y is negative 1. Is it true that negative 1 is less than 2? Yes or no? Yeah, it is. So I'm going to check mark it. That means my answer is a yes. Okay? You'll do the same thing for part 8, or number 8. Okay? So there you go. I did 3 problems for you guys. Like I said, the rest of them, they're pretty straightforward. They're not too tough, okay? If you have problems with it, let me know. Let me give you guys the assignment so you can get started now.